Hello and welcome to the Craft Bar. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a different type of happy hour because I'm featuring things I've made with my 3D printer. So these are crafts, but they are all beginner friendly, especially if you're new to 3D printing. I found the files to make each and every one of these on a website like Thingiverse. I've gone ahead and linked them in the description of this video. They're free, they were quick and simple, and they all have been very helpful, satisfying, low pressure. When I say low pressure, I mean quick, simple prints. So if you already do 3D printing and you're familiar with some of the frustrations, these are great. And if you're new to it, you're gonna love it because it'll just make you that much more excited to try out your printer. These items here, I would say, are in the realm of more stationery or office supplies, whereas these are more for definitely for journaling and for organizing your daily life or your to-do lists. This is a post-it note holder that also incorporates a pin item into it. I liked this file above all the others that I saw because the pin holder is directly inside or connected into it and not to the side of it. Many of the other files I saw, the pin holder sits adjacent, and I want to minimize the space that you're taking up. Get a very, very small footprint. So I like this one because I put it right in the center. And if you can, I guess let me move this up here so you get a clear background. Mess up my beautiful organization. This, see how that has a nice kind of, almost like a flower. If you put a pin that had a flower, that'd be really pretty then, right? Like a blooming flower. But these serve a purpose. They are so that you can put your post-it notes when you're done and tuck in items in here into each and every one of these. And when it stands up, you've got to-do list or reminders. Very, very useful. I like that. The file, very simple to print. This didn't require a brim or a skirt. I printed it just simple. I didn't make any changes. I downloaded the file, I stuck it in my printer or in my drive and went to it. Now, I will say it's flimsy. This is very thin, and there are already two little breaks. See that? And one over here at the bottom. Now, you could fix it with filament glue. You could put a sticker on it or do other things to mask it, but keep that in mind. This probably won't last you very long. This is also a post-it note holder, and with it, put it in the top. But what's handy is it has these stencils to go with it. The stencils fit cleanly on top. So if you want to really have some organization or recurring things, I think that's nice. Let's say you've already given your list of things to do, honeydews or items to pick up, then you stick it in there. So these can actually work together. Like this is nice to keep it if you don't need the holder, but here you could take the stencil and keep it on that as well. Might be a little hard to get in there for the stenciling portion, but you can mix and match these. The feature for this one, it came with 4 stencils. Two like this, which are the lines, and the half to 2 columns that have the circles, and the other 2 are the exact same pattern except in place of a circle they have squares. And I don't know, I liked the circle better. Seems easier, quicker to do than the 4 sides. Feature, after you have your stencils done, you can store them in the holder and this little slot. They just slide in, so you keep it all nice and tidy together. So if you don't want to use your stencil, no worries, but they're not far from you. You don't have to worry about losing them where they go. They're in here. Now, this is not a bug, but certainly a tricky thing. You got to get it back out. All right. So I will say the review for this file, once I have it out, is that this lip can be a bit tight. Or not tight. It can be stringy. So let me show you what I mean. There are 2 different colors because I ran out of filament halfway through. I have 3 colors of filament because we're just going through things that we have, and you know, these are simple prints to have around. I put them down as one print on the plate, and it made it, I guess, more like this. It made these 2, and it got to the base, and when it got to here, it went kaput. And so what it stopped doing essentially was the finish off of the top and then the walls to contain the post-it note holder. or the sticky notes. And you can see that with the filament, it's very stringy. I didn't put any supports in this. I didn't I didn't want to bother with it. I wanted to plug and play to see if it would do what it needs to do without me having to finagle it. And it left all of that. And it was not going to come back and change that because it had moved along. You can see from the triangulation here, or the filaments going in this horizontal fashion and this diagonal fashion, that it couldn't do anything. This was as it was going to be. And this filament, that's much smoother, much smoother. There's none of that little, I guess, striation sort of threading, except at the very tip right here. And I did try to kind of fix that by getting out my heat temp gun. And if you do 3D printing, if you've got one of these laying around the house, I had this, happen to have it in crafting for my embossing, for embossing powders. And so on the top setting with this one, it will melt down those small fibers with 3D printing. With 3D printing, it will melt those down, especially if you have a little bit of stringing. And so I did that here, and it works nice enough, but you can see that that wants to be tricky to come out sometimes. So that would get buggy. I might go back and try that again. I don't know if I could sand it down. I've had to do that with other designs. But I do like it. I'll play with that. I think if I got the print down better, this would be a 2 thumbs up. It's not a thumbs down at all. I did make it before for a friend with the same green filament, and I did go back with that method, so it looked just like this. And I went back with the heat gun, and it turned out much nicer. So keep that in mind, depending on your filament, how it may show up. But ultimately, the print works very nicely. Some other items that I enjoyed making were this, like a little credit card with paper clips in it. They're very flimsy. Very flimsy. You won't get to hold a lot of papers with it, but they're nice, maybe as bookmarks. And what's cuter is that you got 5 of them in the little card. So these tuck in to the page of a journal or to something else. Stick them, I don't know, they're just very easy. Fun. This was such a simple print. Required nothing. Done in moments. I'm joking, of course, but I think all of these prints, each of them, nothing here took more than 2 hours. This was the longest print. This one, especially if you include, but the little templates, those little stencils, super fast. Everything else very easy. So this is one. Small paper clips. For fun and whimsy, I've found these that are Bowser. And they do work very nicely. I think you could use these as, they're large paper clips, so a bookmark is a great thing to start with here. I've even tried using them as a stencil, and they do work. Modestly weld to kind of make a Bowser template or a little face on your stuff. So those were fun. Easy. This is the stencil I've used the most since I made all of these. I really like this circle. I saw on the washi tape shop there's a designer that's always using a circular stencil, and I dug it. And so I found this one for free. I can't find that one, and a lot of them online are very expensive. Stencils are pricey. So this one, I can use this when I'm doing like the Dutch doors. This one too is very helpful that way. So this is multiple circles in different sizes. One tip on this one. I did find that in this one section, my printer left like a little bump right at the edge of the circle. So when you were making the stencil, it would kind of pop out. But I got out I have like a sanding block and just a few swipes, took care of it. Now that was the only one. All the others are perfect and smooth, and it's easy to use. So I really like this one. This gets 2 major thumbs up. This one works well. I primarily use this one for the half circles, and I found that's nice to do on the, let me get my journal real quick and show you. If you're trying to do Dutch door layouts, so I can come along and do different sizes and then go back with my X-Acto knife and cut them out, and that worked well. I don't have any real use for these squares or circles. I don't do that kind of, I'm using these for, I like to do that style of aesthetic journaling I've gotten into. I've seen that on videos. Oh, it's so fun. So I'm trying that out, and the stencil helps with it. This stencil, I can right away tell you, with my heat gun. This stencil is my least favorite of all of the ones shown here. Of all the products, I use this one least. In fact, I'll probably put it into the filament to be recycled bucket because it's got a lot of cool stencils on it. That's why I liked the print of it. It has all these small characters, a little calendar, multiple habit trackers, various lines, banners, lots of things. 2 little flags up here. I thought that was great. Problem, it's very thick in comparison to this fades into the lines of my journal. Look at this. The difference. So, and this one, these two, and we'll get into these. Very thin, very flexible. This one is thick. This one is also thick, but not as thick. Just not as, it's thick. It's thick, but not quite. This bad boy is a hunk, a hunk. This one is also thick. It is true. But because this is the smallest circle, none of the others are hindered by that thickness, the rigidness of that. This one, on the other hand, because it's so small, the template, unless you use a mechanical pencil with a very long extended, this piece of scratch paper. You can get down in it, but you need one of these. If you're using any other type of pen, this is a Pentel pen I've got. You're not going to have a lot of luck, right? Whereas with the pencil, here's the check. Here's what's supposed to be the weight, the dumbbell. This is the airplane. That's what the pencil. That's what the pen. That's what the pencil. So you can see the difference. And look how far out I have my lead. You can use it, but it's a struggle. And you're limited, at least for me. I don't have any of my pens that are that fine to get in there, that stick out far enough. The final thing I made were these, which are meant to be for your journal. Obviously, these are for your journal. These are meant to incorporate like bullet journal style. So you get 6 squares, and then you can create within that your own layouts and patterns. When I printed this one out, this was the first one I printed. So these green ones were all one batch, and then I went back and made some more. When I did this, I found very quickly that it hits into the edge of the crease here at the binding in the center, and that would push the journal a little bit off, so that this, I'd get a full space here against the edge, but over here I'm almost off the edge of the page. So to get it to be more even, I have to really kind of hold it in place against this side, and then there's a little bit of a gap here. I don't know. I didn't like it. So then I went back and I printed it 2 sizes smaller. And this one fits cleanly on the page with space at the bottom and the top, and then I get a pretty even gap on either side. And that allows me to go in and decorate with washi tape or decorative border. This one even more so for if what I'm trying to do, which is just kind of draw with a journal. This one, I can cut these out for windows and have plenty of space along the sides to add embellishment and strengthen the page. So that because this is a pretty flimsy, this is a journal I got free that I've just been using, so its pages are not particularly great. Since I have these open, I'll contrast that. This is a Midori metal ruler that I got online. It is the only fancy Japanese thing that I own. And it's a bullet journal ruler. It has stencil on it with lots of characters, so my light is very shiny. But it's got the graduated squares and circles, a triangle, the airplane. That's a car, a suitcase, a flag, a house, musical note, a coffee cup, knife and fork, snowman, a cloud. That is the umbrella, a sun, envelope, phone, like a crayon, a key, some arrows, a light bulb, a heart. I will call that a 4-point star, and then a 5-point star, and 2 lines. I like this one. It's a nice metal ruler, and it's good for when I'm cutting things out with my X-Acto knife to make sure with these This is nice because it's so thick. Here I might be afraid that I'd actually cut into the stencil. With the metal ruler, that's not a concern. Let's do that comparison again, or just for comparison. That's not a great airplane on the Midori, but it's much, much clearer than that one. All right, so much better with the Midori. Not great. I don't find that I'm using any of these. I like this for the metal portion, and that's about it. That's the real useful tool. And it is a bookmark, but because my pages are kind of flimsy, you have to pull it up a little bit, otherwise you'll catch it and you could risk tearing or creasing your page. Back to the 3D prints. Very happy with them all. My favorite is this going to be the round one. Second favorite, this post-it holder. Third, these are just so cute. I'm going to give Bowser a third place. He's great. A lot of fun to see it. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you are inspired to try out 3D printing of your own. These were quick prints, so if you have a limited access to a 3D printer, you'll enjoy these. They required very low filament use. The stencils were hit or miss, depending on the thickness. So these, no way. Not bad. Useful, as you see. Others like this line circle and the post-it note holder are great. And with that, have a great night, enjoy yourself, and we look forward to seeing you again. As always, like and subscribe. Have a great day.